B. Jolly, you have your hand up. Did you want to answer the question? No? Marty Snelling?
Yeah, I would just like to say that I would be prepared to lobby the Public Schools Finance Board quite heavily on proceeds of Fleming going to building a new gym at George Fitton.
If we could, we've had a great conversation tonight, not only the people in this room, but all across our community through Westman Communications. Obviously, this will be available via the internet. Tomorrow, I'm sure that, that the Brandon Sun will be covering it to a great degree, as will CKLQ. So I'd like to wrap up tonight by saying a few things, if I could. I think tonight we gained some great insights into the people running to become trustees for the Brandon School Division, and we also gained a better idea of the scope and magnitude of the many issues facing these trustees. And I hope that everyone here tonight and at home will use this information to assist you in your vote. Now, tomorrow night, we're going to be having a similar event. This will again be co-sponsored and brought to you by the Brandon Sun and Westman Communications. Tomorrow's forum will include the vast majority of the candidates for City Council, as well as all of the mayoral candidates. Our same panelists will be on hand tomorrow night, again asking tough questions and holding our elected officials and elected official wannabes to an incredibly high standard. The candidates will be there, panelists will be there. Make sure that you're here, either in front of your TV or here at Brandon City Hall. I'd like to thank all of the candidates tonight for enduring a withering storm of difficult questions and sharing their thoughts with us. I would like to thank everyone at home. Obviously, I would like to thank our panelists, if I haven't. And then I guess I just forgot the 30-second closing comment. And I knew I would make a mistake tonight. So let's start. I apologize. Should we start with Wade Windmill? 30 seconds, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have 2 children in the Brandon School Division. I would like to ask that you consider and support change in this coming election. I feel I am the candidate that will exact that change. I will listen, I will be open, I will be caring, and I will be available. I will be accountable, and I will ensure that your hard-earned money goes to educating your children and not to bureaucracy or free lunches for trustees and management. My goal is that when you sit down in the evening with your son or daughter and open a book, I want it to be a literature book, a science book, a history book, or a math book. I do not want it to be your checkbook. Thank you.
First of all, for anybody that's here or watching at home who hasn't had a chance to speak with me yet or have not had your own personal questions answered during this forum, I invite you to please phone me at 727-1307, evenings or weekends, so that we can talk. I sit before you as a progressive candidate, one who is prepared to look for the systemic problems that create difficulties with our education system and find real solutions. I will look for better ways of communicating with the public. I'll look for putting better resources in the hands of those students who need it most.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out tonight, everyone, and listening. Education is very, very important and very important to the future of our community. I would continue to support classroom improvements and classroom resources, and I have 4 children who have done very well in the Brandon School Division. All have gone on to bigger and better things because of the education they got here. And when you go to vote, my name is 3rd from the bottom on the ballot of 18. Thank you.
Again, I'm Mark Sefton. I believe it's time for a change on the board. We need a board that will listen to the public and have all the details worked out before beginning any new program. I believe that we need people who will stand up and ask the challenging questions. I am that person. On October 27th, please vote Mark Sefton, trustee.
I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight and participating in this event. I hope you've learned that being a trustee is a very complex job. It requires a practical streak, and it requires also certainly a large degree of compassion. My name, Linda Ross, last name on the ballot.
Just like to say that I've enjoyed this opportunity to meet and hear the opinions of my fellow trustee candidates. I would certainly encourage everyone here and everyone watching to vote, and to vote with a conscience. Only at these times, regardless of race, age, class, or in my case, size, are we truly equal. That is, one person, one vote, you can make a difference. On October 27th, please consider Patrick Gulak for trustee. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out this evening. It has always been an honor for me to serve as a trustee in Brandon. I have attempted to represent all of our stakeholders in a responsible manner and at the same time ensure that our children receive a level of education that we can be proud of. I have always been open and honest in my responses to the community, and if I am re-elected, I will continue to listen and to work hard on your behalf. On October 27th, please vote Jim Murray for school trustee, one above Linda Ross. Thank you.
Earlier, there was a question about how many hours we would be expected to work or put into working as a trustee. And anyone who knows me, when I get involved in a project, I live and breathe that work. Thank you.
My name is B. Jolly. I don't know where I am on the list, but I'm somewhere there. But you can remember always to be jolly. My priorities are to improve communication with staff, parents, community members, and students, and to make sure that their input is heard and used in decision making. I support the appropriate educational programming for all students. I would like to see more needed resources for the classroom and professional development for the staff. As an elected trustee, I commit to hard work, to meeting my responsibility,
Thank you very much.
and being accountable.
Sorry to cut you off. Vanessa?
I found an article from the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives Manitoba, and I learned that because of a decision made by the Brandon School Division and Board in 1984, we do not have universal dental care services for children in Manitoba today. That decision made 26 years ago not only impacted the families and students of Brandon, but for the whole province then and now. And we can't afford to do this anymore. We need to put health on top of the agenda of all policy and decision makers. As a trustee, I will not take this job lightly. Besides being a mother, this will be the most important job I will have so far.
Thank you, Vanessa. We're going to start up with Sandra.
Thank you. I've been listening tonight to everybody's questions and responses, and it seems to me the underlying trend here is increased communication between the public and the board. And what I would hope to do is for you to give me the opportunity to be the parents' and community's voice on that board. As I have been a strong advocate, and I will definitely listen. And unlike Jim and Marty and some of the others, my name is either third or fourth on the top, and it'll be the one you can't pronounce.
When becoming a parent, I always believed the most important thing that I could give to my kids was time. I believe that this is very true for a trustee, and that's exactly what I'll give. I will give my time, dedication, and commitment needed to work for all of our children. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out here and for giving me the opportunity here to express myself. And I would encourage everybody to go out and vote. And my name is also the other name you can't pronounce, Marla Galatuk, number 13 on the ballot. Thank you.
Okay, I thank you for the opportunity this evening to have shared a vision for future prosperity. Now I ask you, will you vote for a persistent, accountable, and transparent voice at the table? Will you vote for a proactive vision for a positive future? And will you vote for a candidate that's prepared to usher in a new era of growth and change for the Brandon School Division? Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for caring for education. 7th on the ballot, Sean Cameron, easy to pronounce.
Thank you. We are living in difficult times economically. It's very important we make decisions which support the best programming for students. We need experienced, prudent leaders making these decisions, and we need to hear the voices of parents and educators. I will help to protect, work to protect with the other trustees the interests of children, make decisions prudently, and listen to others. I've done my job over the last 4 years and prepared to do it over the next 4. Thank you.
I've appreciated the opportunity to speak with you tonight, and I make a promise as I leave tonight. And my promise is to bring you dialogue on issues, collaboration, energy, experience, and creative thinking. I'm willing to speak out, to take a stand on issues. We are in the kid business, and we need to focus on what is best for children and their future, which is our future. Thank you.
My name is Doris Bobby. It always gets mispronounced. But as I have been going door to door, a lot of people have said to me, we don't want to see a whole change on the board, but we'd like to see some new members, because some people maybe have been around too long. But I am available. You can reach me at 717-0655 or 740-6422. Thank you.
During my first term, I supported major investment in early years education. I listened when you phoned my home, and I took your concerns to board meetings. I reconsidered my decisions based on the information and feedback that you gave me. I wholeheartedly endorsed a new policy on consultation that provides a solid framework for discussion, input, and recommendation from all parties affected by proposed changes. I, Peter Bartlett, pledge to serve our students and you, their parents.
Again, I'm Michael Barrett. I realize there are always tough decisions where not everyone will be satisfied. But I promise if elected, no decisions will be taken lightly or entered into without deliberation on my part. Compromise is always an option, and the needs of all need to be considered. I hope to sit at the board table to help shape our local education system over the next 4 years. I work well with others and believe I can make a valuable contribution. I'm asking for your support on October 27th and promise I will give you my best over the next 4 years. Thank you for your time and consideration.
And with that, and I am highly confident you do not want to hear my speech again, I will thank you for your interest and support tonight. I will say goodnight, and as I do so, I would ask you to join with me in thanking our panelists, thanking the candidates who did a great job tonight of outlining their vision, talking about what they've done in the past, and spelling out what they're going to do in the future. So please join with me in thanking them. Good night.